strutting, big bucks are rutting. A family adventure, that's right. When the sun starts setting, you better be a betting. We'll be headed to the old fish fry. Well, a frogging and a strutting and a ducking and a bucking. A family adventure, that's right. TP Outdoors, yeah. Pay it forward, y'all.
TP Outdoors Adventures, brought to you by Ryan Chevrolet, Kepper Dirt and Equipment Rental, and these great sponsors. Closed captioning provided by Catfish Charlie's and Catfish Charlie's North. Real fresh. Welcome to this week's TP Outdoors Adventures. On last week's show, Bill was in southern Colorado bear hunting. This week, Bill has traveled 40 miles east and is still in southern Colorado and is chasing bull elk in the peak of the rut.
All right, guys, so Patrick got his elk last night, so he is officially a cameraman for the rest of the trail. But we headed up to the high country. And when I say high country, we're probably at 11,000 foot right now. We're fixing to climb another 1,000 foot or more. We're up here in a bowl. I hope there'll be some elk people. I'll stay tuned.
Wait just a minute there, Bill. Where's the footage of Patrick killing his monster bull? I guess Patrick didn't have a cameraman with him, so the best we can do is show you a couple of pictures of Patrick's bull. Well, if I know Bill, he'll get a bigger bull or dang near kill himself trying.
Got Grant with us this morning. Our caller. Like Bill said, I became the cameraman. Killed big bull last night. Should be a good day today. We're going up. It's steep, but the elk are bugling. We're cutting the distance. He's steadily bugling.
With several bull bugling in the distance, Bill and Grant stopped to discuss a plan of attack.
They're all around us. They're all around us. Get ready, Bill. Help me range. I will. I'm not. Oh, he should just cow called.
Grant couldn't see the bull and had no idea he was headed their way when he bugled. Man, that was one big bull.
Should have just cow called. Actually, just let him go. He didn't want no part of it.
So I got a bull up here in front of us out here, bugling. And we started across this meadow, and that big sucker topped the hill and bugled at us at about 100 yards. There he goes upside the hill right there. There's a lot of bulls up in here. He's gone, though. We won't do nothing with him today. That's exciting. I mean, he bugled right on top of us. Yeah. Right.
Here he comes right here, Bill. Right here. Right here. Like 10 yards. Yeah. Wait. soon as he pops out, you better shoot. I know. I'm shaking.
Well, that's 2 close calls on big bulls in just a matter of minutes. There are several other bulls screaming, so it's off to try and get close again.
Ryan Chevrolet is the largest selection of Chevy trucks, cars, and SUVs in the area. Browse over 400 vehicles on our lot, including the family favorite Tahoe and Suburban. Test drive the dependable, long-lasting Silverado with a selection of over 200 and choose from 5 different special edition Silverados, including the Realtree Edition. Visit Ryan Chevrolet in Monroe or search online at RyanAutomotive.com.
Thanks for making Ryan Chevrolet the #1 truck dealer in Northeast Louisiana.
You're the first one up in the morning. You're ready for the day, and you've got a lot to do. But sometimes you need a bigger shovel. For over 17 years, Kepper Dirt and Equipment Rental has been keeping the big boys in the big toys. Doesn't matter if you're a hunter, farmer, contractor, or you just like getting dirty. We've got the steel to get the job done right. Kepper Dirt and Equipment Rental. Work done right.
Nikon's no-fault policy was created for those who continually push the envelope, travel the farthest, stay the longest, brave the most hostile elements. We do our best to deliver on our promise of a lifetime of performance. And we'll stand with you should accidents happen. Trust earned. Nikon.
From hunting to hardware, it's all in one store. We have everything that you're looking for. From hunting to hardware, it's DP Outdoors. The biggest selection, the best price, and local people who treat you right. From hunting to hardware, it's DP
Outdoors Superstore, Briard, Monroe, Mill Street, West Monroe.
Bill, there he is. Yeah, coming right to us. Turned around. 60. He's walking. Hold up, let down. He's not going anywhere. I can't see him. I can't see him. You want to ease up? Here comes another one. That's a different one. I think there's one closer than that. If you can hear me, we're going down. The bulls are coming down the mountain now. We chased them all the way to the top. Now we're going down. But you gotta go when they're doing that.
After chasing the bulls all morning, Bill decides the cows have bedded down and the bulls are up above them bugling. So it's time to leave them for now and head down to grab some lunch before the afternoon's hunt.
Well, folks, it's day 3 of our Colorado elk hunt, and we're back up in high country. This is a different spot. We're a little bit, you can tell by our breath we've walking, but a bit north of where we were yesterday. A different drainage, but if you look, that's where we're going. And up there. So we just spotted some elk up there, so the jog up the hill is fixing to start. But there's no air for it to breathe. Yesterday Patrick checked his cell phone and we walked 15 miles. And how many flights of stairs?
Almost 500.
Almost 500 flights of stairs yesterday. So we covered a low ground, and that was on 2 hours of sleep. So last night we got about 4.5 hours of sleep. So we ought to be able to go twice as far to go.
Yeah.
And kill twice as many elk as we did yesterday, which was none. So we're fixing to go climb a mountain. Y'all stay tuned. We're fixing to get into elk. Years of outdoor adventures has really done a number on my back. Caleb, I've been fighting with lower back pain for many years, and I think I finally found an answer. It's Chiropractic Health Services in West Monroe. It's Dr. Caleb Hotel. Caleb, man, the little procedures that you've done to me has really made a difference in my back. You got all the state-of-the-art equipment here in West Monroe. You got the decompression tables, the alignment tools, and I can see a big difference. I'm excited. It's going to be a great hunting season without lower back pain. Y'all check out Chiropractic Health Services in West Monroe.
It started raining. We threw everything in the truck.
A blast actually went off 2 feet to my right side.
And it broke right at the halfway point.
Hey, this has VIP warranty. They just told me to send in the parts.
Just they looked at them, evaluated them.
They cleaned them up really well and fixed the eye cups.
And here we are a week later hunting with a new scope. To Vortex, it is a very important promise.
You buy a Vortex optic and it might be the last one you'll ever have to buy.
There's 3 bulls right there, folks, and that's where we're headed. It's right up there. It's a pretty good climb between here and there.
After spotting some bulls and making a plan of attack, the guys run into an obstacle.
It's a big bear.
I think the guys had better make a loop around this big old bear. After circling around the first bear, the guys come around the corner and are eye to eye with another bear at 15 yards. They back away and set up to call to a bull that is bugling just out in front of them.
Eating all them berries.
So we bear hunted for 2 days. Didn't get very close to a bear. And we elk hunting. We walked about 2 this morning. One's 15 yards out. Don't have a bear tag. It's for a different zone, so you can't shoot. That's the way it goes.
This bear kept feeding towards our hunters and got within 15 yards before he caught their scent and ran off. Now, you boys must really be stinking to make a bear R-U-N-N-O-F-T. A little further up the mountain, Bill and Patrick spot a very nice mule deer. This mountain bull has a lot of game.
about 10:30 in the morning. Patrick and Lance have decided to go back to the camp. And I'm going to stay here all day. Sit on this wall. Got a rain coming. So I'll fix me up a place to get back in here. Get under this big bush. And hide out and try to stay dry.
Bill sat on the Walla for about 10 hours until dark with no bulls coming within range. There's always tomorrow.
It's the 4th afternoon of my 5-day elk hunt, and had an exciting morning this morning. Didn't have a cameraman with me, but had a bull that beat the yards right off the bat. Couldn't get a shot, and then I snuck up on one that was 35 yards, and just a monster bull. You need to take 1 or 2 more steps to not be shooting this much brush, and he didn't take those steps. He went the other direction. But I'm sitting here this afternoon right where Patrick killed his elk a couple of days ago. I got Reagan Cobb. There's a couple of wallows up a road up here about 200 or 300 yards from me. He's going to sit on them. We also have a couple of hunters, a friend of ours, that are here on the other end of this meadow. So this has been the hottest spot this week, always is. So we're going to see if we can't kill a couple of bulls out here this afternoon.
Bulls are screaming all around the meadow, and they sound to be right on top of where Reagan is set up. Also, Dwayne Richardson is set up in the same meadow as Bill, just on the other end.
All right, so we sat here all afternoon. Didn't see elk. We had a lot of elk bugling around, but they didn't come in. Goes one now. But it sounded like there's elk all over Reagan where he was sitting up in the woods. So we'll see if he did any good. If not, we got 1 day left. You know, for the last 2 years, the last day, the last afternoon, I've killed an elk here. So hopefully that luck runs true again this year. I'll get one tomorrow. But if not, it's been an awesome hunt. Had many opportunities, and you know, that's all you can ask for. So.
Bill is in for a big surprise when he gets to Dwayne's end of the meadow.
All right, guys, welcome back to the show. I got one happy friend right here. What do you think about it, buddy? As I told you, I was up in the front corner up here hunting, and Dwayne was right back here in this back corner where I showed you earlier in the show. But this big monster came out, and he's a 6x9 bull that must weigh, I don't know, 800 pounds. Dwayne, tell me the story about how you killed him, brother.
That's crazy. He, wow. It probably starts off with Patrick. Patrick seen this bull in here a couple of days ago. Had him, I don't know, probably 200 yards down, about the same time that another big bull, 7x7, come out. Patrick shot the 7x7, killed it. Well, we came back in here today, me and Bill, we come back in here hunting this bull.
I put you in a good spot, like always.
Well, what happened was Bill went up where Patrick was at, and our guy told me he'd been hitting this wallow out in the middle of the meadow, and Patrick said that's where he's seen him. So there's a little bitty creek that winds out through the pasture, through the meadow, right out to the wallow. And there's one little tree out the end, and the guy told me what I should do is slip out there, stay low, get out to the tree, and just sit there, and maybe he'll come out to the wallow. Well, sure enough, right at dark, here he comes, 6 cows, comes down to the wallow, 45 yards, drilled him. Didn't ever make it out of the field.
He didn't make it 40 yards. I mean, I can see the wallow right over behind us.
Didn't even make it out of the field.
Well, guess what? Reagan Cobb also shot one this afternoon. He was on the other end of the field up above me. He's got a 5x5, but it's up in the woods, so we're fixing to go get it too. We got our work cut out for us. We got 2 bulls to clean tonight.
Patrick killed it here first. Me and Reagan come here this afternoon and kills. That's 3 in the same location.
Tomorrow I got to get busy. We got 1 day left of hunting, and I got to kill something. I can't go home with you 3 boys outdoing me.
Look, we're extremely blessed, and we know it, and it's just unbelievable.
It's awesome.
All this
Congratulations, man.
Thank you everything.
Y'all stay tuned for more TP Outdoors Adventures. Let's get this thing loaded up.
O'Neill's Farm and Garden has done it again with Buck Down brand bites. That's right, get those deer feeders loaded up this fall with perfectly sized, low-dust rice bran pellets designed for today's motorized feeders. Put a buck down this fall with Buck Down Brand Bites. Available at O'Neill's Farm and Garden, Ruston, and TP Outdoors, Monroe, West Monroe.
Dustin, we play hard, we're tough on our equipment, and we're glad to have Ludwig Brothers Marine as one of our sponsors at TP Outdoors Adventures.
Man, we're excited to take care of you guys just like we are of our regular customers, take care of you, get you back on the water when you need to.
You know, that's important. Guys, everybody, whether it's us filming a TV show or the guy that's going fishing, has just got the weekend to go. He's got to have his equipment and it's got to be working right. All right, folks, welcome back. Well, this morning I went out, it's last day of our Colorado elk hunt, and this morning I went out, didn't carry a camera, don't have a cameraman with me on this week's hunt, so we're going up really high, it's a really steep incline, so we got up well over 12,000 foot elevation, and got up above where I sat on that wall the other day all day, and we did not see or hear an elk all day long, so you didn't miss anything. So this is the last afternoon. I'm sitting right where I sat the last afternoon last year. Last 2 years here, I've pulled out a kill on the last afternoon, and I'm gonna try again today. But last night, let me tell you, Dwayne Richardson, he killed a monster. They scored it a while ago at 386, and then Reagan Cobb, he also killed one, a 5x5. It's a nice bull, but the one Dwayne killed, the dress weight was 658 pounds. It was just a stud. So there's some big ones here, and hopefully one's gonna come to this water this afternoon. So I'm fixing to take a little nap. It's about 1:30. I'm gonna sit here till dark. Y'all stay tuned.
Bill has spotted a small bull up the hill and decides to try to call him in close in hopes that if he can get this small bull working the walla, another bull will show up. Bill has spotted a huge bull in the walla behind him. He doesn't want to take a chance on spooking him by moving the camera too much. He points it in the general direction and hopes for the best. The shot was in line, but the bull had his head back with antlers covering his vitals. The arrow hit the bull's antlers and glanced up into a tree. With just a few minutes of legal shooting time left, Bill moved up 15 yards from the walla in hopes the bull would come back. The bull is just 70 yards up the hill, following a cow towards the walla. Look how the wind goes from nothing to a good breeze blowing right to the cow. I would say it's just not meant for old Bill to kill a bull on this trip. The bull gives a couple of final bugles, setting a fire in Bill to be back to roam these mountains in hopes of taking home a monster bull next year.
Well, folks, it's going to wrap up my Colorado elk hunt. It's been a great hunt. It's been a great hunt here in Colorado. In 3 days, I'm heading to New Mexico. Going to try to chase a bull out there. Maybe I'll have a little better luck there. So y'all stay tuned for more TP Outdoors Adventures.
Be sure to tune in next week as Bill and videographer Chris Porter head to New Mexico and find themselves right in the middle of some big herds of rutting elk. Thanks for watching TP Outdoors Adventures, brought to you in part by Ryan Chevrolet and Kepper Dirt and Equipment Rental.
Ryan Chevrolet is the largest selection of Chevy trucks, cars, and SUVs in the area. Browse over 400 vehicles on our lot, including the family favorite Tahoe and Suburban. Test drive the dependable, long-lasting Silverado with a selection of over 200 and choose from 5 different special edition Silverados, including the Realtree Edition. Visit Ryan Chevrolet in Monroe or search online at RyanAutomotive.com.
Thanks for making Ryan Chevrolet the #1 truck dealer in Northeast Louisiana.